The generator is a device of great value which is indispensable in the application of technical information of the frontline technical force when base transceiver station loses power. Proper maintenance helps the generator run stably, increases life expectancy, and reduces fuel costs. The following video will guide you how to maintain KYO THG11000 8.5 kVA gasoline generator model to meet technical standards and optimize processing time. To maintain the generator, we need to prepare the following tools and equipment: screwdrivers, wrenches set, wrench socket with T-handle A 10 mm, 6-point socket size 17 mm, spark plug tools 22 mm, brush, towel, funnel, measuring cup, diagonal cutters, needle nose pliers, locking chain pliers, booster pump, fuel filter, oil filter, air filter, industrial grease, spark plug, gasoline, multi-purpose lubricant, spray paint, zip ties, digital clamp meters, lubricating oil, feeler gauges. Step 1. Check for guaranteed conditions. Clean and tighten the battery terminal wire. Measure battery voltage. It must be 12 to 13.8 VDC. After checking the guaranteed conditions to ensure operation, start the generator and measure it when in the state of no load mode and when in the state of loaded mode, according to the following parameters on the controller: voltage equal to 220/380 volts plus or minus 2.5%, frequency equal to 50 Hz plus or minus 5%. Check the charging current of the battery, when there is no load and when there is a load of 50 to 80% of the machine capacity. Step 2. Maintenance and cleaning of the electricity system. Before checking, we proceed to turn off the generator, disconnect the power, remove the battery to ensure electrical safety during maintenance. Notes: when removing the battery, remove the negative wire before the positive wire. When reassembling the battery, reassemble the positive wire before the negative wire. To remove the dashboard, we use T10 to unscrew the screws one by one. Protective cap, air filter base, wires. Use T8 to unscrew the screws one by one and open the dashboard. Check and tighten the switches, power plugs, contacts of the electrical system. Remove the 2 excitation wires and 2 comparison wires in the AVR controller. Conduct measurement of the excitation coil at the threshold of 10 to 18 ohm. Measure the resistance of the comparison coil at the threshold of 0.2 to 0.5 ohm. Reassemble the AVR. Tighten the AVR contacts. Reassemble the dashboard into the camera body. Step 3. Engine maintenance. To lock the fuel valve before remove the carburetor. To remove the carburetor from the engine we need: remove the fuel pipe, wind cable, air vent of the crankcase, choke control, speed regulator. Use T10 to remove the entire carburetor screw from the engine. Unplug the solenoid, then lift the entire carburetor from the body of the machine. Cover the air inlet of the engine with dry towels to prevent dust and dirt from getting in. Next, cleaning carburetor, remove the tip of the solenoid wire. Remove the cover to clean inside the carburetor. Proceed to remove the pilot jet. Be careful not to dent the pilot jet. Remove the gasoline cup. Remove the fuel float. Remove gas nozzle. The screw of a gasoline nozzle. Use RP7 to spray the gasoline lever. The rusting points, clean the fuel nozzle, gasoline cup. Use a needle to clean the holes of the fuel nozzle, then clean it again with gasoline. Reassemble the carburetor. Clean the entire carburetor compartment. Reassemble the carburetor to the unit, making sure that it does not tear the paper. Use a screwdriver to remove the protective cap of the alternator. Cleaning the stator winding and using industrial grease into ball bearings. Remove and check the brush of the excitation coil. If the brush is worn out more than 2/3, we proceed to replace the brush. Reassemble the brush. Then reassemble the protective alternator. Step 4. Clean and align spark plugs and valves. Use pipe removing spark plug tool size 22 and T10 to remove the spark plug and lid of the valves. To align the valves, it is necessary to remove the protective fan cover. Rotate the fan in a counterclockwise direction, so that the identification line on the fan must coincide with the identification line on the cover of the motor. Use feeler gauges to check and align the trigger, so that the suction side has a clearance of 0.08 mm. The discharge side has a clearance of 0.1 mm. Note, the valves near the exhaust is the exhaust valve. Clean the top of the spark plug. Using feeler gauges to measure the clearance and adjust it, so that the gap must ensure clearance of 0.7 to 0.8 mm. Reassemble the spark plug. Clean the lid of the XUPAP and reassemble it. Notice about the color of the spark plug. Spark plug with yellow-brown color. The generator operates normally. Spark plugs are black and dry. The carburetor in the engine has a problem. Spark plugs are black and wet. Oil entering the burning cylinder produces soot clinging. Piston ring clearance. Spark plugs are white. The engine operates overheating due to the spark plugs not suitable, different from the machine. Step 5. Replace the machine oil and check the filter. Use the oil tray placed under the oil drain. Open the screw and drain off the old oil. Then screw the screw back into the specified tightening force. Use locking chain pliers or to remove the old oil filter. For the generator with horizontal or backward oil filter, it is necessary to add oil to the oil filter first. Then install the oil filter. Use a measuring cup to measure oil and replace oil for a machine according to the set norm. Check the oil of the generator with the oil probe level 2/3 high and low limits is OK. Check the operation of the viscosity sensor, the sensor connection line. Using a screwdriver to loosen the Normaclamp. Use the pliers to remove the connecting cord of the two ends of the gasoline filter and replace the new gasoline filter. Then connect the fuel line and tighten the Normaclamp firmly. Note: when installing the gasoline filter, you need to set the direction of the arrow on the gasoline filter towards the carburetor. Step 6. Clean the entire casing, body of the machine. Remove the entire protective fan surface. Use an anti-static dust brush to clean the fan. Check the fan's deflection. Clean the entire protective cover of the fan. Reassemble the protective cover of the fan again. Clean the air filter box and replace the new air filter. Remove the fuel line. Remove the fuel tank. Clean the entire casing of the fuel tank. Remove the entire exhaust cover. Clean and check the exhaust, then reassemble the exhaust cover. Reassemble the fuel tank and fuel line connector. Refuel the fuel tank. Checking and maintaining the wheel system, anti-vibration rubber, tightening the screw base, cleaning by RP7. Clean the whole machine. Cleaning, repainting of rusted places, applying industrial grease into screws. Step 7. Test run after maintenance is complete. Reassemble the battery, measure the parameters of voltage equal to 220/380 plus or minus 2.5%, frequency equal to 50 Hz plus or minus 5%, and when in the state of 100% capacity of the machine, clean up the scene after the maintenance, recorded in the test records. Notes on the maintenance of generator. 1. Replace oil filter after 200 hours of running, air filter after 300 hours of running, fuel filter 300 hours of running periodically. 2. When reassembling the carburetor, put the spring in the black thing to make sure the engine is running smoothly. 3. Check for electrical leakage at the workplace before starting the maintenance. 4. The norm of KYO THG11000 kVA machine is 1.9 liters. 5. Periodical maintenance 6 months, one-time operating in standby mode. 6. Large maintenance periodically 12 months, one time. 7. The maximum maintenance time is 1.5 hours for one machine. 8. Clean up the scene neat and clean after finishing. Above are all steps for maintenance of the KYO THG11000 8.5 kVA machine. Hopefully this video tutorial will help you. For more informations, please contact phongktcn_VCC at viettel.com.vn. Good luck.